Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another reaction video. Welcome back to another reaction video. I'm just gonna hit YouTube. And I'm going to scroll through the channels that I follow, and I'm just gonna pick one at maybe not at random, but I'm just gonna pick one. And let's go to subscriptions. Show more. There we go. And let's just go through them. I'm trying to find one that I've watched like a bit of. One that I can do. Bee's Corner. That's an option. Reacting to Bee's Corner. Bentley Blaze. Reacting to him. I've watched a bit of his videos. Chris Ramsey. Reacting to Chris Ramsey. He won't watch it, but whatever. Let's see. Dirty Talk Dating. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know why I'm subscribed to that. When I did subscribe to it, it must have been during a very dark time. I don't use it now. But let's see. I mean, we could react to music, I suppose. I think what I want to react to is what I want to react to. Oh, maybe we should react to this channel, Kanui Gang. All right, so let's react to this channel. This is Kanui on YouTube. He's got 787 subscribers. He's got 135 videos. I'm Goblin on Desac. I don't know what that means, but I've watched like pretty much all of his videos up until his most recent one. And I think the first video I saw by him was, let me scroll and find it. I was actually searching for magic mushroom trip reports, and then I found his video. This one right here, my first time taking shrooms. So let's watch that. I was rewatching it. Let's go back to
sit down here. But basically, I wanted to tell you guys today a little story time of my first time ever taking shrooms. It's a little different
So I don't know much about this guy. I know he lives in LA or in California somewhere. And yeah, I really don't know much about his channel or much about him. But yeah, I guess I'll just react to this video, and I guess I'll just see what pops into my mind as I'm watching it.
content from what I'm usually making, but since I'm already telling all these stories, I was like, might as well document the first time I ever took shrooms and maybe give a little bit of advice for you guys. And this story time is a little special for me because shrooms, I think it definitely changed my life. I don't know how to say it. If I haven't taken shrooms, I honestly...
My opinion on like psychedelics and like shrooms and stuff like that. Let me just go close the door to this room. So, here, let me face the camera facing towards me. So my opinion of shrooms and of LSD and DMT and like all these things is that like, I guess like they can be helpful. It's kind of funny when I clicked on this video, like right next to it in the suggested page is like my first time doing shrooms, first time tripping on shrooms, getting dosed with 1,000 UG of LSD, taking shrooms during a bad breakup, how not to trip out. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't ever done shrooms or LSD. Um, I kind of wanted to like last year, like I really, and even at the beginning of this year, I was like, man, I gotta save up money. I gotta go to Toronto, Canada, which is where like they have like shroom dispensaries. And I was like, man, I gotta go fucking do that because like that's the move. Like my mental health is not great. Like I gotta go do some shrooms. But like what I started doing, like when I realized that that was not really a possibility because like I don't know how to save money. Like I like within like I get like social security benefits at the beginning of each month, and it totals to about like $800 or $900. So like literally like $800 or $900, like that's enough to like pay for gas and food and like a hotel um and like the shrooms and everything. Like it's enough to like pay for the whole thing, and like I could potentially like drive there, although it's a long drive from Tennessee. But because that's like the closest legal place that you can get shrooms, and because like they're legal up in Canada. So I was thinking about doing that for a long time around like Christmas time of like beginning of this year at Christmas time. I was like, okay, I saved like $200, and then I was like, okay, like all I need is another like couple $100 and like I'll be good. But then I ended up spending it all on like food and alcohol and some like subscriptions on different apps and stuff like that, and then it was like it all went away. And then that dream kind of died. But I don't know. I feel like people don't exaggerate like its benefits, and people don't blow trips out of proportion because I'm sure like they're wonderful and amazing and like all this stuff, and I'm sure it can do like wonderful things. But just for me personally, like I have found two ways I have found two ways to kind of like improve mood and improve like your thinking and like try to like try to make sense of your surroundings and your situation without having to take a psychedelic. And right now, I signed up for Japanese language lessons. So I have a tutor who lives in Japan, and I just had my third lesson this morning at 9 a.m. And dude, they're so much fun. They're literally like hella fun, and they're really cheap, and the dude is like available like 24/7 basically. So not really, he's not available all the time, but like um it's convenient for me. Like I can wake up, I can even sleep in for a little bit, and then I can do my lesson. I don't have to like wake up at like 5 in the morning and do it. So that's really fun, and that has definitely improved my mental health after just like three kind of sessions of it. And then also, I'm gonna be taking like performance magic lessons. So learning to do like close up magic and card magic, and learning like how to approach like people in public, and like where and like learning like from like a really experienced guy like where you can perform and stuff. And I have a video on my channel about magic and magic mushrooms and how they're kind of similar. Just like one is like with the magic tricks, you kind of have to like really kind of engage your imagination and try to you have to like rely on like a sense of humor and a personality, and you have to rely on these things to kind of carry the trick. Whereas with like shrooms, it's just kind of like you trip out, and then like you feel good for like a certain amount of months or like whatever. So, but they're both like kind of similar. I think I just think like, well, shrooms are natural, but like, anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. Maybe I should just watch this video. But basically, like I have found like kind of more like convenient ways to improve my mood and stuff that does not rely on like psychedelics. So anyways, let's I'm going to turn this camera around and we're going to keep on watching this video.
Don't know what type of person I would have been or have become. And I just wanted to tell you guys my story, my experience. But before I do, I want to say I consider shrooms more of a medicine instead of a recreational drug. In this video, I am by no means recommending anyone to take it. Do it at your own risk. But if used properly, it could be very beneficial. And if used improperly, you can see the detrimental effects that it can have. Being out in nature type shit.
So like he also has a story time about like how he took shrooms and then he ended up like in the hospital and stuff, and I guess I might react to that after this. I might react to that story too. We'll see. But like you was saying, like used in the wrong way, it could wind you up in a psych ward, or it could wind you up in the hospital or injured or something. Like you could have like a psychotic break, or it could be really beneficial. But and like it can be both beneficial and terrifying for like the same person. You know what I mean? They're just taking it like different times of the year, and like that shit will hit differently.
But I want to just bring you guys back, give you guys a little context of why I wanted to tell you guys the story. So every day I'd be journaling type shit, you know what I'm saying? I've been journaling for about 2 years, just do some random writing and shit. But if you flip to my first notebook, this is my 2023 one, and it says progressions. If you open this one, this is so fucking cringe. 2021 thoughts of life, rant shit, comfort to self. Oh look, I even wrote cringe on it, so it's not even cringe. But if you open the first few pages, this is the first entry ever written, November 10th, 2021, 1:54 p.m. And the first sentence is, so today, about an hour ago, I took some shrooms, and right now I feel so open and free right now. As you can see, my grammar is ass, but this is the story of how basically everything started. This is the 2023 one, and I'm reading this back right now, and I'm like, damn, this trip really started everything. This is just the beginning type shit, but for sure, as I'm reading what I wrote down in the notebook,
He says type shit a lot. He has a lot of slang in his vocabulary, more than me. I hardly even cuss anymore, which is really kind of funny because I feel like I used to cuss a lot like as a kid, but like I really don't that much anymore. Just a side note.
and from everything I felt, shit's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Shit's going to happen. Yes, sir, gang. Sitting in some shade. Let's get the story time started. So as you can see from this notebook, this journey, this shroom journey started back in November 10th, 2021 at 12:54 p.m. During this time, it was COVID, and at this point of my life, everything was on lockdown. I was still working at the time, and shit was pretty stressful, not gonna lie. My mental, it was probably the worst it had ever been. It was just a very low point in my life. During the COVID, you can't really do anything. It's just a repeating cycle, and that's kind of the state I was living in since 2020 to 2021. I was just attracting so much negative energy during this time. I remember this was literally my schedule. After COVID happened, my routine would be
He's using those edits where like you cut out all like the breaks and pauses like in between sentences. Like I kind of like it and kind of don't. I think there's pros and cons to it. Cons is like there's literally no break in between like thoughts and like people's words. So like you have to like pay like attention, like really, like you have to pay more attention to what they're saying because like they kind of speed through shit. And like and then I guess the pro would be like it looks like more like the video looks like more polished and will probably gain like more views and stuff. Which is this video has 34,000 views. It's a lot.
I would wake up at 1 p.m., play video games, go to work, and after work ends, it's already like 10 p.m. I would, smoke weed, eat junk food, come back home, play video games, and repeat. That was literally my life for 1.5 years. And just living life like this is not very fulfilling. It was kind of putting me in a very depressive mindset. I was starting to lose a lot of hope. And to be honest with y'all, I was kind of struggling to find the meaning of life. I remember the day before I opened up my plug's telegram. He restocked on these rooms called Golden Teachers. To be honest, I had no idea what they were. And in that moment, I don't know what triggered in me. I was like so desperate to feel something else. I was like, fuck it, might as well buy it and try it out. So I placed an order with my plug. I bought about 4 grams. And after I bought it, I was kind of hesitant to take it, you know? I was like, people say you see shit, you go crazy. Some people go insane. Like I had seen that YouTuber Connor Murphy, he had gone insane. So I was like, fuck, man. I'm scared to kind of take it, but at the same time, I was seeing so many positive reviews on it. I remember one friend in particular, he was very passionate about that idea of taking shrooms, and he told me, he was like, yo, before you take it, you should start journaling, writing down your goals, meditate, try to think positive.
Yeah, set and setting. Everybody knows about that. Everybody knows about set and setting and preparation and integration and like all that stuff. I think like I think at this point anybody who's taken a psychedelic has kind of heard about that kind of has heard about that preparation stuff. But yeah, I really know nothing about it because I've never taken like shrooms or anything. I really don't know how effective it actually is. All I know is that it puts you in a really good mood for a long time. But like, is it actually helping you think? Is it actually like, is it actually helping you like think through things like more like in a smarter way? Like, are you actually getting smarter off of shrooms? Or is it just making you happy all the time? Because I think if you're just happy all the time, I think like if you're only experiencing like a positive mood, then you can kind of like you can get really complacent with like where you're at in life and like you kind of lose sight of the big picture because like you feel so good all the time that like nothing else really matters except for your mood. And you're like, all right, well, so long as I wake up happy tomorrow, then like I don't have to worry about like the next day and the next day. But like if it's actually making you like smarter, because it looks like for him, like it's having him like he's journaling and he's editing his videos and looks like he's taking care of his garden and like so it looks like it's actually like legit. It looks like psychedelics have like some legit kind of uses besides just like being recreational and stuff like that.
Positive before you actually take the trip. That's what I did. It wasn't even that long of a time, but for that 1 and 2 days, I was starting to write down my goals and self improvement, being more confident, accomplish any goals that I set. You know, I was just writing all these things, and
And his handwriting is hella good. It's like way better than mine.
my goals was become financially stable, YouTube, post every 2 days, music, shit like that. I became very clear with my goals. I was like, this is what I want to do, and I prepared myself. On November 9th, my plug dropped off the shrooms, and I remember just looking at it, and I was like, yo, this shit kind of looks crazy. Like the only shrooms that you see IRL, if you haven't taken shrooms, are the ones at the market, the little tiny ones, the ones you saw at the beginning of the video. But these shrooms, they were long as hell. They look pretty crazy. The next day, it had to be like.
Anyways, we're gonna end this video in a minute, and we're gonna actually, I'm just going to end the video right now. But yeah, we're 6 minutes through this video. My first time taking shrooms, story time on the channel Kanoe, and we're gonna watch the rest of the video. I might break it down into another video, break down the rest of the video of his video in my next video, or we might split it into 3 videos. So and we'll see how much we get through in the next one. But I just feel like I feel the need to like comment on like stuff like every 30 seconds or every minute because I want to make sure that I'm actually like reacting to like what he's saying and stuff and like the video and not just watching it. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.